Hey everyone, how is it going? It is your pal Sal here, and today is a big day because we are officially embarking on our Kylie Minogue album discography journey. If you're new to the channel here, I really recommend before you watch this, you check out my video. It's called Diva Discovery. I'll link it below. It's Diva Discovery Kylie Minogue. But we are on a journey to go through and listen to all, it's either 15 or 16, I forget the exact number, of Kylie Minogue's studio albums in preparation for her new album, Disco, which comes out sometime in November. I forgot the exact date. So here's how it's gonna work. Today is a Saturday, and I forgot the date, but you get the drift if you're seeing this, you know, on the day. But how it's gonna work, this video is gonna air on this Saturday, and then every weekend from here on out, you're gonna get 2 reactions on a Saturday and a Sunday as we go through. I have to do this quick because, you know, we don't have a whole lot of time before this new album comes out. But I'm excited, and I feel like this journey is gonna help us appreciate disco for what it is. And we have to begin the journey, you know, with the very first album. Someone suggested I didn't start doing these until after, I think, starting with Light Years, because I don't know, her career is very long. This is the longest album discography journey I'm ever doing. This is big. This is a lot, but I'm excited to do it. Some of the albums I do know, some I really don't. But we begin today with her debut studio album, which was simply titled Kylie. And this album was released on July 4th of 1988. That means something to me in America, you know, 4th of July, but, and you know, where she's from, Australia, and, you know, internationally, that date doesn't mean too much. But the thing about Kylie is, as we all know, she's not as big in the US. She should be. She really should. The artists we have in the US are just but this is actually, this album, with looking at the Billboard Hot 100, this album and Fever are the ones that have the only, like, charting singles on it. But Billboard 200 wise, this album charted at number 53, and there were 6 singles from this album, which were I Should Be So Lucky, which charted at number 28 on the Hot 100, Got to Be Certain, the Locomotion, which charted at number 3, I'm gonna butcher this name, and I kind of know this song too, but I'm so sorry, Ne Sais Pas Pourquoi, oh my god, I'm gonna have to listen to it again, but you get the idea, sorry for my French, and It's No Secret, which charted at number 37, and the 6th single, Turn It Into Love. So those were all the singles. Now here's the thing, as I've said before, I kind of am familiar with some of Kylie's material. Know all of Golden, know all of Kiss Me Once, know pretty much all of Fever. This album, I'm almost positive I've listened to it in full before, but in all honesty, I do not remember every song. A lot of these songs on here are on her greatest hits CDs, which, you know, I've listened to, so there are quite a few I do recognize. I think out of all those singles, the only one that I don't think I listened to is Turn It Into Love. I don't know how that one goes at all, but the other ones I can kind of, well, some I really know. Some I'm like, yeah, I think I can do it. But, you know, either way, we are going to get started here today, and we are going to have fun in this journey. I hope you guys come along for the ride and experiencing Kylie's album tracks for the first time. So here we go. We begin with track number 1, a song I know, a song you know, I Should Be So Lucky. So, I don't remember the first time I heard I Should Be So Lucky, but I do remember that I did instantly love it. I think it's such a good song. Lyrically, it's really simple that, you know, I should be so lucky in love. It's such a cute song, and I'll never forget one time I was playing it with me and my dad were driving somewhere, and I had the aux cord, obviously, and I played this song, and he's like, Sal, this song, he was a DJ, so he knows a lot of stuff, but he didn't really recognize this one, but he was like, this sounds a lot like the Rick Astley song, you know, Never Gonna Give You Up, and I was like, hey, you know what, you're right, it does. And then I looked up, and one of the songwriters is the same, I believe. That's what my memory says. But I also did remember, like, after that, I think it was maybe just a little while later, she did that mashup with Rick Astley, how do you say his last name? Astley Live. And they mixed it up, the two songs together, and I was like, you know what? They sound similar, but lyrically they're a little different to me. But yeah, I like this song. And I'm happy that this one was a hit in America. You know, at 28, not the... Could have been a little bigger in my opinion, but it's a great song. I always love hearing it. It puts you in a good mood. So, yeah, I Should Be So Lucky is great. Track number 2, one of her big hits, the Locomotion, a cover. It's a great song. I know this version, and here we go. The Locomotion. Ba-ba-da-ba. All right, let's go. What I think is so amazing about the Locomotion is that it's so timeless. Because, like, while this does sound very 60s, because, you know, it's a 60s, I believe, Motown song, this was redone in the 80s, and it sounds very 80s, modern for the time. Like, it just sounds... But even now, I'm like, I would love to hear this now. I don't know. It's such a fun little song. I love the lyric in this one. My little baby sister can do it with ease. I like that because I do have a little baby sister. She's not a baby anymore. She's in college for nursing, but she's still my baby sister. But I always like that lyric. I love her vocal delivery on this. It's very upfront. It's a little nasal, but that's what I think makes it work. I just really like it. I don't remember the first time I heard this one either, but I mean, it's a good song. I feel like you know it. Like, you know, you don't know the first time you heard the Locomotion, but you just know that you know it, no matter which version of it is. But I really do like this song. Wow, this is putting me in a really good mood. Okay, track number 3, the French song, Ne Sais Pas Pourquoi. Oh my god, once I hear it, I'll be like, oh, I'm an idiot, that's how you say it. But I know I've heard this one before, so we're just gonna listen to it again. But here we go. I do remember this. This is so 80s sounding. Oh, now it's coming to me. It's all coming back to me now. Ah, that sound. So iconic. So 80s. Rain falling down. Aww. Oh. Oh, yeah, here's this. I still love you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi. Je ne sais pas pourquoi, that's it. I still want you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi. Okay, so it's Je ne sais pas pourquoi. I'm an idiot. I can't, you know, when I read things, I'm just like, wow. If I heard it, I would be there with you, but, you know, so now, Je ne sais pas pourquoi, so we got it right now. But I looked up, because I was like, well, what does that mean? Because at first I thought it was like, I still love you, she's just repeating it twice. No, no, no. It turns out, Je ne sais pas pourquoi translates to, I do not know why. So the song is basically, I still love you, I do not know why! Because it sounds like this guy, he's heard her before, you know, all this stuff. It's amazing how light and happy this song does sound. I mean, it's not really dark lyrical content here, but you know, it's a cute song. It's not one of my favorites of Kylie's. I do like it. It's very catchy. At 4 minutes and 5 seconds, it's not that it feels too long, but it just doesn't really need to be that long. You know, they could have cut it. I'm sure there's a radio edit of it. I mean, not to say that 4 minutes and 5 seconds is long, but you know, I just don't feel like it needs to be that long. Not bad length, but it's a cute song, but I think that's really where it stands for me. It doesn't transcend above the cuteness like I think the others do. I think they're much more than cute. So, but I mean, it's cute. But I do like it, and I wouldn't always listen to it, but I wouldn't always skip it if it came on. You know what I mean? So, track number 4, It's No Secret, which once I hear the chorus, I'll be familiar with it, but here we go.
It's no secret, it's no secret.
Maybe I'm not. It's no secret.
It's no secret, it's no secret,
Oh, that was an interesting sound.
But you were cheating. You were cheating.
You were cheating. You were cheating. I remember this. Okay, so I really only remembered the chorus, like the "It's no secret." That's all I remembered. I didn't really remember the lyrical content, and wow, this is very much an FU song, but it's very cutesy wootsy with it. But I kind of liked it lyrically. I think it's a little more interesting than Je Ne Sais Pas Pourquoi. I'm gonna say that as long as I can until it sticks in. But what you just get the sense like this guy is just like screwed her over, and it's no secret because he literally told everyone about it. But I was also kind of getting like, it's no secret that I'm mad, you know. I'm like, you ruined us. Oh wow. I mean, again, it's a very cutesy wootsy way of going about it, but I'm not mad about it. You know what? I kind of like this one a lot more. I'm gonna probably listen to this one a little more often, because it's very 80s. It's that very 80s. You know, I almost use the phrase timeless with 80s because I do feel like the 80s are always going to be timeless. But it just feels like something you can have on in the background, and it's really it's pleasant. It's very pleasant. That's the word I would like to use. It's just a pleasant thing to listen to. Track number 5, Got to Be Certain, which I think I might remember the chorus too, but I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank here, so here we go. Oh. I like that. Okay. I like that. I'm not asking for our love to last forever. Okay, so Got to Be Certain, I did slightly recognize it, but this to me so far was the least one I recognized. So with this one, it definitely sounds like a mixture of I Should Be So Lucky and the Locomotion sounds to me like they were kind of combined. This is probably my least favorite of the singles so far, because I mean the first 6 tracks are all the singles. Lyrically, I like it. I mean, it's, you know, it's like I've been screwed over, I've been all this stuff, and before we, you know, embark on this relationship or this love, I gotta be certain, you know, I just gotta be sure about it. But it felt just a little repetitive compared to the other ones. It felt like I already listened to this song before. I mean, I did like it lyrically, but I guess just sound-wise, and you know, I wouldn't say that, you know, that's just the sound of the 80s, but this one just sounded a little too similar to the other ones for me. Lyrically wise, I liked it. The production, I mean, it's good. It just sounds like it just sounds like those 2 songs. But I mean, I'll listen to it a couple more times. I mean, it's definitely, again, it's got that pleasantness to listen to, but we've already had a little bit better. Alright, track number 6, Turn It Into Love, the final single. And from the looks of it, starting with this one to, yeah, the rest of the songs, I don't know any of these. I cannot picture at all anyway how they might go. So, Here we go. This is Turn It Into Love. This sounds really familiar. I like this lyrically. This sounds so familiar. Okay, so with this song, there were parts of the production that sounded vaguely familiar to me. I don't, because here's what is confusing me. I'm not sure if I think it sounds like some of the other things I've heard, or if this is reminding me of some other song. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what I will say is that I really did enjoy this one a lot lyrically, because it's not really a song about relationships. I mean, I guess you could take it that way, or like, you know, that, but it's just like any of the negativity, the frustration you're feeling, take it in and turn it into love, you know, protrude out love. And I liked that. I really thought that that was a cute way of tackling this subject. You know what? I'm going to put a light next to that. Turn it into love. Turn it. That's, You know, it's, again, this is a very schmaltzy so far, a little cheesy, but, you know, not upset. Track number 7, I Miss You. A little funky. Okay, what I liked about I Miss You is that to me this is the one that had the very most different like style to it. It was a very, I don't even know how to contextualize it, but it has a different sound to it. Lyrically, I liked it. Again, this is one as a kind of like a little bit of a, the lyrics are a little bit Debbie Downer, but the production and the vibe is very much more bright and happy-ish. But, you know, I think when you lose someone in your life, there are a lot of mixed emotions. Some days you're like, fuck that person, I don't need him, I don't got them. And then the next day you're like, I miss you so much, and I just don't know how I'm going to go on without you. So this song is a very accurate mood in a sense. Missing the good times, never give up on the good times. But you know what? I'm gonna put a like next to that. You know, that again, that's very pleasant and something I could easily have, you know, playing on the radio in my store if I had a store. Track number 8, I'll Still Be Loving You. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I was tuning out a little for this one. I liked it. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate. I love 80s music, so please don't get me wrong. But the 80s-isms were kind of hindering me with this one. I was like, you know what, for this one, I maybe would have liked to maybe hear a little bit of a stripped-back production. It's not its fault, it's the 80s, I get it, I get it. But that was just kind of more of what I was thinking just a tad. It's fine. It's kind of a little bit of a substandard ballad, if you ask me. From what I do know of Kylie, I think I've heard a little bit better emotional material from her. The chorus is catchy, but I don't know. I mean, how long was this one? You know, it's only 3 minutes and 52 seconds, so it's not like it's even... You know, I'll listen to it a couple more times, don't you worry, but... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like... I was just tuned out a little. Track number 9, Look My Way. Oh, these vocals are a little more in the forefront. Okay, so Look My Way is to me the most different sounding out of them all. Still very 80s, but the thing about this one is that there's like this sexual energy underlining in it all, and I liked it. It kind of reminded me of something you'd hear off of Celine Dion's debut album, or her debut English album, Unison. For some reason it was reminding me of the one where it's like, I feel too much, baby. Even though this doesn't really sound like that, but it was reminding me of that. Because she's like, look my way. You know, I'm gonna put a like next to that because I liked it, and I would definitely listen to that one again. It's wow, you know that's a good one. I like that. All right, track number 10, Love at First Sight. Much like our queen Madonna right here. She has another song called Love at First Sight, which is on the Fever album. I do know that song. It's a great song. But this is a different song. I know that much. I'm not an idiot. But like how Madonna has the Forbidden Love on Bedtime Stories, then there's also one on a song called that on the Confessions on a Dance Floor album. But I don't know how this Love at First Sight goes, and I highly doubt it's going to be as good as the Fever Love at First Sight. But here we go. Let's do this. I saw the light.
Yes, I believe in love at first sight. I just met the boy of all my dreams. He smiled at me from afar. Before I could think about leaving, now I believe it can be. Yes, I believe in love at first sight. Not sure it just happened to me.
Okay, so you know what? This Love at First Sight is not bad. It's such a celebration. You know what I mean? Now I believe in love at first sight. You know what? I'm gonna put a like next to it. It does not surpass obviously the Fever Love at First Sight, but you know what? This one was cute all on its own. I liked it. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, we always talk about bonus tracks. You know, as many of you know, there's 1,000 different editions that can be released of an album, and I always like to make sure I get a complete version of it. So the thing with Kylie is that her fans have, if not anything, have lucked out, because almost every album she has, from everything I've looked at, has a special edition. And these first few studio albums of hers have these gigantic 3-disc set special editions that have all these remixes and the B-sides and everything. So my policy when talking about bonus tracks is that it has to be included on a version of the album. So like, say for Christina Aguilera, there was a B-side, I Will Be, which was from Stripped. I had to do it separately because it was never included on the album. Well, because of these box sets, I'm pretty much going to have to talk about every B-side that it includes. So basically there are 3 B-sides, or whatever. I'm not sure if all of them are B-sides, but we have to talk about them because they were included on a version of the album. And we begin with track number 11, which is called Made in Heaven. So here we go.
One kiss. Such a mystery, but one kiss, I'll know if it's really meant to be. I won't let go. They say true love. See the lights to know what it means when you face your destiny. Will I see it? Can I hear it? How deep is it? Just like music and lights, or is that just a fairy tale? Walk the face for all eternity. They say true love.
Okay, I did not dislike this track, but to me it literally sounded like I should be so lucky. Lyrically, again, it is a little different. I mean, that's an interesting lyric, you know. They say that true love is made in heaven. I mean, again, I didn't dislike it, but just not really all that different. You know, there were a lot of elements that sounded this exact same as I Should Be So Lucky, but Track number 12, another, well, this is one of them, Getting Closer. That's new. We haven't heard an electric guitar. Okay, Getting Closer is actually a very nice, pleasant surprise. The one thing I was noticing, I was like, wow, this song sounds it sounds like it has a much darker production to it. I mean, it's still very, you know, 80s pop, but wow, it feels as though, how do I want to even put this? I would love to listen to this with headphones. I feel like this is a headphone song. There were a lot of cool elements. Her vocals were really nice. The guitar and the sexual energy about it. I feel you getting closer. And you're just like, ooh. I think I understand why they didn't put this on the album. It doesn't really fit. But it also doesn't fit because it sticks out. And I'm like, I would have liked a little more of maybe variety. But in the album, I mean. But this was a pleasant surprise. I'm here for it. So Getting Closer is a bop, and more people should like it. All right, track number 13, our final track. This is a song called Glad to Be Alive, just like me. So here we go. I like that. Okay, so Glad to Be Alive. I wouldn't say that this is one of my favorites I've listened to, but in the scheme of like the album, I appreciated how this one was a little different sounding. It was very much a proclamation in a sense, like how the Love at First Sight is. So I did enjoy that. I think a couple repeat listens of this one will just, put it in my head as how it should be. But as it stands, I didn't really dislike it. I just feel it needs a couple more re-listens, but I liked it. Okay, so, wow, we finished Kylie Minogue's debut album, Kylie. And what did I think? Well, guys, I mean, this album, it's, how do I put this? It's hard to kind of call this, while it is an album, this is, one of those albums, and we've talked about them here before. Debut albums can always be a little odd. Sometimes they kind of just feel like a collection of songs, and they're like, we're figuring things out. And, obviously that's generally what they were doing. This album, the thing that really that just made it a little bit, not even a slog. A slog is not the right word to lose, because, I mean, this wasn't very long. But there's not a whole lot of variety on here, and I don't know if that's reflective of the 80s sound or just the direction they were going, because everything on this album just feels like it's ready to be tip-chopped as a single, and, sent off, and some of them just sound a little repetitive. I mean, the good ones are the good ones. I think all the singles are great choices. I believe these B-sides may have been also somewhat, I don't know if all of them were technically B-sides or what, but I do love I Should Be So, I mean, all this, I think, I mean, yeah, I think out of the ones I didn't know, I Miss You was really cute, Turning It Into Love, Look My Way, Love at First Sight. I think my biggest surprise was Getting Closer. I actually really like that, and that's not even technically an official album track, but close enough. But, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a debut album. It's not like a thought, like well thought out, and that's even a bad way of saying it too. But you know what I mean? Like an album where it's like you go through and you're like, this is an album. I just felt like I listened to a bunch of singles. Not mad about it, but I think that's what it kind of is. I don't think with Kylie, because even though, we're kind of discovering a lot of the album tracks, I know the album covers, I know their names. So I think we don't get like a well thought out, provoking album until what I believe is to be the Kylie Minogue, with the glasses one, which has Confide in Me. From what at least I think I know. I mean, maybe before that, I'm not sure. But it's interesting to listen to and see how, where we are at today. And how young she is here, it's crazy. I wasn't even alive when this album came out. But I'm here now. Here we are. I mean, it came out in '88. So, I mean, this album's over 20 years old. So 18, 19. So it's 22 years old. Right? No. No, am I crazy? It's 30. No, 88, 90. Oh my God! I'm an idiot. It's 32. Oh. Whoa. Time flies, man. I'm sorry if I seemed like an idiot earlier. I can't do math. But I didn't go to school for math, so it's all good. But, oh my God. 32 years. Jesus Christ. Well, here I am 32 years later listening to this, and I had a nice time. I'm excited to get to some of the other albums, though. But, as it stands up, you got to start somewhere. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. So, yeah, this was the debut album of Kylie. What did you guys think? I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people here who were around when this album dropped, and you were probably like, this is my baby. I understand. So, but tell me, what was your thoughts on this album? Where do you feel like it now? Like, where did you think of it then? Where does it reflect in you now? Be sure to let me know. As always, guys, do not forget to comment, like, share. All the Kylie fans, please share this. You guys, I know I'm on the Say Hey Facebook page, so I know that you guys share things. Please share. I would love for you guys to come on this journey with me. What was the, oh, don't forget to and subscribe. That's what I said, comment. So please do not forget to subscribe. That means the world to me. You can follow me on Instagram, send me a message if you like. It's Salvador J. Rocha. That always means the world to me. But you guys, I should be so lucky to have these videos do really well. And, oh my God, I gotta think of a great way to end this. But this video has honestly made me feel like I was made in heaven. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. You have yourselves a great day. Bye.